Hey guys, thank you for watching and welcome back to my channel. Yes, I know it's been a long time. I'm just happy to be back. Okay, I'll get right into it as into why I've been absent, but today we are here to try out the new Too Faced Cinnamon Swirl collection. I don't want to flash you guys, but this is a new palette and this is their new liquid lipstick and it's freaking amazing. I love it so much. Before we get into trying this directly, I wanted to kind of compare the palettes because, as you know, previous collections Too Faced has come out with pretty much are like the same theme. Like we have the gingerbread spice extra, we got the pumpkin. This one was just last year. I believe this is the year before, this one was the year before that. Every like holiday season, Christmas season, he comes out with like these holiday liquid lipstick collections, which I love getting every year. They're amazing. Too Faced has a really nice, beautiful formula for liquid lipsticks. It's not uncomfortable, it doesn't crack, it's not sticky at all. You can pluck your lips and you don't have to be scared that it'll stick your lips and like the product will go on one side. And it's just, I just really love the formula. Like, I don't know what exact or how long ago these collections came out, but I feel like I wanted to show them because they're part of like the fall season collection. But this is one of them. Came with a brush, a lip gloss, and a mascara. Obviously those are not in here because I'm using them. This is another one that Too Faced also came out with. Now these, I got them somewhere else. I didn't get them off the website. Also came out with a brush, mascara, and lip gloss. I believe both of these I got them in Mercari. Yeah, I did pay a little more than what they were originally sold for in the beginning. Like what it originally sold for when it came out. Not that much more though. It was like 20 bucks more, but no biggie. You know, when you're a collector and you're like a fan, like it doesn't matter. These two palettes, something you're gonna notice is that the color theme is like very similar. Like these are the two palettes. So this is gingerbread spice, gingerbread extra spicy, and this is pumpkin. Now this one's the one that came out last year. Kind of gonna see kind of like the same color theme, but at the same time they're all different. It's really important for me to point out that as much as they may have similarity, there is no repetitions or anything like that. As you notice, there's like a lot of purples, oranges, and warms, and none of them are the same. For example, this is spice and nice and it looks orange, and then this one's extra spicy and it kind of looks similar. We have ginger spice, which is this one right here that my finger is pointing at. Again, even though they look similar, they're not the same. They do make a difference. I'm gonna show you right now. This is spice, extra spicy, and ginger spice. As you can see, like they're all kind of brick oranges, which I love brick orange anything, but as you can see, they do have different undertones, if you can catch that. Some are brighter orange than the others. If you ask me, this one's more like a bright orange, this is more like a red orange, and this is more like a true brick orange. Honestly, one of my favorite ones is this pumpkin one. I think it's just really pretty. This is the new Cinnamon Swirl one. Now, as you can see, again, they do seem to be similar. Like this one, I feel like it's more similar to the gingerbread spice. I feel like these are the ones that are mostly similar, but at the same time they're not the same. This one doesn't have any oranges for the first time. This one doesn't have any oranges. It has one purple and like a baby pink shade, but it doesn't have any of like the bright pink oranges that this one does. So something to expect from these kind of palettes is to always get some sort of orange, a brown, orangey or reddish brown. Okay, so my camera died, but I just want to make a quick comparison for you guys. You guys get the idea. So let's just get into trying the cinnamon swirl collection. Okay, so it looks like it looks good. All right. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna create a look using these two, that one, and probably this one right here. I'll say the names as I go. And I'm gonna use them here like this. And it's dirty, embarrassing. All right, so we got names such as Lick the Spoon, Sticky Fingers, I'm Toasted, Gooey Goodness, Frost Those Buns. So this Jared guy from Too Faced Cosmetics, which is like the main creator of everything, I feel like there's always like these names to like all his collections that he comes out with. That is kind of like, I see what you're doing, Jared. I see what you're doing. Not that I have a problem, but I see you. Find a way not to blind you guys, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go in with See Me Rollin', which is this one right here. See me rolling, see me rolling. If you don't know that song, it's okay, you're too young. You're probably too young. We're gonna go in, and I'm not gonna zoom you guys in because I noticed that when I zoom it in, I don't know, just not gonna zoom it in. I have this idea like if I don't zoom it in, you guys won't be able to see, but then I see the quality of this camera And like you guys can see, so you guys, I don't have to have you guys all up on my face, okay? So how you been, you guys? I've been going through a whole ass roller coaster. I was never planning on quitting YouTube because I'm not a quitter, but I was just going through like this, I don't know, I guess I was going through like this phase where I pretty much just questioned. I heard of it before. It's called, and I hope I pronounce it right, existential crisis, where you start questioning your purpose and what is it that you really should be doing. You know, if you're not succeeding at what you currently want to succeed, should you even be doing it? Should you just drop it and keep doing things until you succeed in something? But then at the same time, that's pretty much like just having to quit on yourself, on your happiness, and on what you actually want to do. I was just going through that for a couple of months. Many of you might know this already, but I don't really talk about it. But if you don't know, you know, I'm struggling with my body image and my weight management, and it all started literally. I'm gonna go in with cinnamon swirl. So this literally all started, see, my son is 9 now. Starting he was 2, so a good 7 years ago, where I started just gaining weight out of like stress. I didn't know I was a compulsive eater. People want to be so quick and be like, well, have you been medically evaluated? Like, no, but in these kind of things, like you know when you know. I don't want to start talking about EDs, but because I know it's a very sensitive subject to many, like more people than you would think. But at the same time, like it has to be talked about. And I feel like it's such a sensitive subject because people make it that way, because nobody wants to talk about it. And I do have one, because you just know when it's just not normal. When you start questioning whether something is normal or not, most likely than not, it's not normal. I have refused to get medical help because I know I can do this. Like, I know I can get out of it myself. I've just gone through phases where I just really don't give up crap anymore. Those are just little phases of me giving up on myself. Something that kind of confuses many, including myself sometimes, is body positivity. This whole body positivity movement. What I'm about to say, however it makes you feel, however you want to feel about it, it's your responsibility, not mine. I've been experiencing this for years, so like I would know. I feel like I could talk about this, but I feel like body positivity is very much misunderstood. And like when people are happy being on the bigger side, like that's fine as long as they're 100% good with themselves and they feel good. But honestly, being overweight is not the best feeling. Now I'm gonna go in with I'm Toasted, which is this one right here. And then after that, I'm gonna go in on my outer corner of my eye, so you'll see in a minute. I'm just gonna use my finger for I'm Toasted. I was gonna use primer, but nah. Oh yeah, I don't need primer. Definitely, we don't need primer. So I feel like people have a misconception of what body positivity is. And to my understanding, body positivity is for people to love and accept themselves and others just the way they are, as in how they were naturally born and in things that they have no control over, features that people are born with. But to me, being 100 pounds overweight is not part of body positivity. I feel like if you adopt body positivity because you think it's too hard making that change for yourself, I really don't think it's you accepting yourself just the way you are or loving yourself just the way you are. I feel like it's you not loving yourself enough and caring enough where you give up on yourself to make that change and become that better version of you, or that person that you always dream of becoming. It's just a lot of things that comes with like overweight, you guys. Like you feel tired all the time, you don't feel your best, and nobody's gonna tell me. Like nobody that is like really overweight, and I'm not talking about a few pounds overweight, like no, I'm talking about when you're morbid obese. Like nobody's gonna tell me that they don't feel tired all the time, fatigued, that there's not like most of the time they feel shitty, or like sure you might feel great a lot of times, but most likely than not you'll wake up feeling crappy. So that's something I have been struggling with. Again, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I personally have been struggling with that, and anybody else that says otherwise, it's just your opinion and it's fine. But it's very different when you're going through it than when you live your whole life in a very fit, healthy manner. So it's just easy for you to like say things like, accept yourself just the way you are. Yes, and you do. You gotta love yourself. Like I learned to love myself, but at the same time, I think that part of self-love is self-care, and you can't say that you love yourself and you care about yourself when you're willing to risk your whole health and your life, a healthy lifestyle, just because you prefer to just accept it and go with it. because you found it was too hard to make a change. Like it's really challenging. I know that. Like I've been struggling with this for years, and I feel like the day that I accomplish it, it's gonna be like the biggest accomplishment in my life. Like never mind growing YouTube, never mind succeeding with my business, never mind succeeding in general as a whole in what I want to succeed. To me, one of my biggest accomplishments would be that, getting my health back and being fully happy, because I'm happy with myself, but I'm in the middle of a battle right now. I think it's kind of hard because a lot of people also have a misconception of what real support is. When you tell somebody that you don't feel your best, that you don't feel good, that you're just not happy with yourself or something, they tell you, oh, you're fine, you're just beautiful the way you are. Or I'm trying like my hardest like not to like I'm feeling my eyes starting to get like a little irritated, like as in like it's just such a sensitive subject, and I'm sure I'm not going through it on my own, but like this part of like journey and like the self-love movement is not talked about. I feel like this is bypassed, the negative side of not loving yourself or like transitioning. I don't know, but I feel like nobody really talks about it, and it needs to be talked about because I'm sure many are feeling this way. And I feel like most people suck it up and then just move forward and then go into the self body positivity movement. And the mind is very powerful, and if you tell yourself something a lot of times, you're gonna believe it. And if you tell yourself that it's okay and that you're okay, that's just the mindset you're gonna have now. I'm gonna go in precisely, I'm gonna go in with muffin top. I swear to God, I just picked the shade. I didn't know what the name was. I didn't mean to pick it for this subject that I'm talking about right now. I'm just gonna apply this on the inner corner of my lash line, just for shits and giggles. Honestly, I'm just trying to like make it look really blended and pretty. So far, by the way, the colors are really beautiful. Of course, these are the colors I usually go for. Like, I honestly don't understand why I buy so many palettes for. I'm just gonna go with the same colors, but at the same time, I don't know, when you love makeup, you love makeup, and it can be the same palette, just one color different, and you'll still buy it. I'm just one of those. Okay, for my inner corner, I'm just go in with oh, love the burn you're with. Oh, love the bun you're with. I'm gonna go with Sticky Buns. That looks cute. I was gonna go in with Goofy Goodness, but I'm gonna go in with Sticky Buns, which is this one right here. Goofy Goodness. This Jared guy. I really like him though. He's so cool. I've never met him personally, but when I used to work in retail, we would go to the Too Faced trainings, and he was like one of the most generous, amazing, giving people ever that really genuinely cared about people working for his brand. Like, he was just so amazing. Not for the generous part, more for the thought he put into being generous. Like, what came with the generosity. It was the little details for me. I love how this lighting is giving me like I have bronzer and everything. Like, I actually used, since we're using Too Faced Cosmetics today, I actually used the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. If I can just open this, like, that'd be great. Why can I open it? So I love this palette. I really love this palette. I swear I don't mean to flash you guys, but I really love this palette. This is supposed to be a highlighter, and I'm sure it works great with darker, deep skin tones. I use it as a blush, and I just love the effect it gave me. Like, right now it looks harsh. I promise you it's not this harsh. Like, it looks fine without this crazy lighting. Yes, I used this contour kit today, and the warmth is giving me, it's like, let's put blush on the tip of my nose. I've been really into that look lately, and I loved it. Let's make ourselves look more orange in front of camera, okay, you guys? No problemo. Hi, Vivi. You can sit on the other sofa with Snowy. I'm almost done. I don't understand why you wake up this early, child. You have nothing to do waking up this early. Okay, so obviously I love the colors. This is an amazing palette for the fact that you can stick to what you're comfortable with. Right, like me, I'm comfortable with these shades. At the same time, you can go out of your box and play around. And then if you're just more into the natural everyday look, like, you have this side. It's like two palettes in one practically, to me. You got your shimmers, your mattes, you got your warm shade browns. And I love warm browns. I feel like cool browns are really not for me. Like, they don't complement my skin tone. Anything orangey, warm, reddish, to me, it's just like, that's what I go with, especially in fall. For my liner, I'm gonna use this LA Colors. It's a brown liner from LA Colors. I got this from the Dollar Tree, you guys. Cause why not? I'm just gonna go in. So anyways, you guys, that's what I have been struggling with, and I feel like this is why I stayed away from YouTube, and I was just not creating content anymore. Like, I've been on social media, but just not as a creator. And I just took a step back and just put my thoughts into place, and I came down to the conclusion that body positivity and letting yourself go is not the same. Like, it's not the same, really. It's not the same. And that I don't have to accept anything I don't like and anything I don't want, and I'm not. And that it's okay to fall, you know, but the important part is like how many times you get back up. And I think you guys noticed my presence here on YouTube has been on and off, precisely because I go into these phases where I just start questioning everything, and because I'm not sure of anything anymore, I just stop everything that I'm doing until I figure it out. Why? Because I refuse to go in autopilot and just do things for the heck of it. There's no point of doing anything if you're not doing it without a purpose. If you're doing it without a purpose, like, there's no point doing anything. So until I figured myself out, I decided to come back here. And I have a video that I never edited because, again, when I started questioning everything, I was playing with like the new Regrets collection that came out on Target, and I think I'm still gonna edit that video and upload it. Same thing, I was just questioning everything, and yeah, I just refuse to do things without a purpose. Like, if tomorrow I decide that there is no point, I no longer want to do this and there's no point, I'm just not gonna do it anymore. Like, I'm not gonna, no. I'm gonna go in with the Ioni lashes in Camilla. Love you. I just refuse to like waste my time and do things that I'm not happy with, or that I'm currently questioning. Why I took a step back, you know, because I just wasn't gonna be doing things just for the heck of it. And so I'm currently working on myself, and yes, I still fail a lot of times. I still fail myself, but at the same time, it's not a matter of how many times you fall, but how many times you're capable of getting back up. And just me getting back up and just keeping my fight. Again, like, my goal here is just to feel good. Talking about health wise, you guys, like image wise, I think that was the problem that I have already accepted. I had learned self-love, and I have pretty much accepted myself just the way I was. I started letting myself go and not really caring anymore, because who cares? Self-love, hashtag body positivity. I think that that's something that led to me actually taking care of myself. Not cool. In a way that encouraged me to just, who cares? You gotta love yourself just the way you are anyways. And I'm not saying there's not anything wrong. Like, if you decide that you're just happy like that and you don't feel like you need to make a change because you're currently at your happiest and you really feel good, that's great. That's great. In my situation, I just don't, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there who don't, and who pretty much have just given up on themselves. I at least know that I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of feeling tired. I'm tired of not feeling at my best, at my healthiest. I'm tired of not being able to do the most simplest things because overweight gets on the way. I'm just tired of it. I'm not gonna put up with it no more. Literally, the way we take care of ourselves now literally is gonna determine if we're gonna be able to make it to our 60s, either drinking 15 pills a day or being very capable of running a marathon or being super active. Literally, it's like crucial. The way we care for ourselves right now and how much we care about our health right now, it's literally crucial. I'm currently taking care of my mom, and it's precisely because she never took care of her health that she has so many health problems and complications and issues. And it's like, primarily, I can't picture myself like that. I don't want that, like, for my son. I don't want that for my future grandkids, and I don't want that for myself. I want us to be able to do everything and anything we want to without having to worry about my heart problems, my conditions, my anything, because I couldn't take care of myself when I should have, you know. And now I have to have all these other people take care of me. Like, that's just not what I want for him and for my future grandkids. If I get grandkids, first things God, you know. If I make it that far too, you know. Okay, while the lash glue dries, see, that's why I love these lashes, because like they give like that little like oomph, but like they're not too dramatic. I love dramatic lashes, but like just like my on the go, on the daily, I don't know what to do today kind of lashes. Now I'm gonna go in with Cinnamon Bun with the new liquid lipstick. As liner, I'm gonna use Bare by LA Girl, Perfect Precision. I don't know why I had to read all that, but I'm gonna use Bare. 8 years doing my makeup and I still don't know how to line my lips. I like to overline them because, of course. I'm not gonna lie, I already used this one. And the palette too. Kind of reminds me of the pumpkin spice latte. Why can't I pronounce it? It reminds me of fall, and I love it. So good. I love this. That's why I love lining my lips, because you could just go in with the liquid lipstick without being scared of like getting out of line. Something about the liner just properly guides you. Anyways, you guys, I didn't mean to go on a rant or anything like that, but I did want to talk about that because I didn't just want to come back here, act like nothing was happening, or like I was just gone for the heck of it. I'm gonna come here and talk to you guys about my thoughts and what I was going through, and I'm still going through it. It's a daily fight because it is a disease. And if I don't do anything about it now, it can complicate my life. And that's just something that I'm not willing to allow. If I don't let people, which I can't control, complicate my life, why the hell should I let this, that I can definitely control, complicate my life? So as always, the pigmentation and everything's amazing. Like the scent, I just love this. Every year he comes out with like a fall collection. It's always like beautiful and deliciously scented, and I always get it precisely because it just never fails to amaze me and to make me happy. I just love these scents. I can forever live in fall and around Christmas season, honestly. Like, anything that smells like it, reminds me of it, I'm all about it. But as we compare the palettes, if you have like past previous palettes, do you need this one? Not really, because the colors are pretty similar as we compare them. Is it a must-have? Yeah, honestly it is. It's if you're a fan of these kind of collections that come out during fall with these amazing scents, like yeah, of course it is, you know. But you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I think I do want to mention before I leave, I was planning on doing separate channels, one for crime stories, one for story times, one for makeup related, and one for, I forgot what the fourth one was for. The reason why I started doing this when I was like 20 years old, I think, no, I was around 23 years old, was because of course I aspired to open doors to myself and stuff like that, but at the same time I want to do this because this is something I really loved. And at the time I was not a professional makeup artist. I wasn't going to makeup school. I wasn't working in retail. I was just a waitress slash cashier who dreamed about one day being a makeup artist, and who was not around the correct people to be talking about products, who were as crazy and interested about makeup and products like me. So I decided to open this channel to talk about stuff and bring in an audience that was also interested in the same thing as me. Of course, as the years went by, I expanded into other things that I was interested in. Now, this whole YouTube community, this whole YouTube thing goes by a niche, goes by a algorithm, I think it's called. And so I was gonna create separate channels to kind of like make sure I succeeded in everything that I love to do. At the same time, I can already picture it, and I have a couple of little small businesses. I have a home to take care of, I have a spouse to take care of, I have a mom, a child to take care of. And when something starts feeling like a job, the fun part of it is overshadowed by it. And I feel like I can't even pick, like I can't imagine creating 4 videos a week for 4 different channels and not feeling like it's something I have to do instead of something that I want to do. I just refuse. You know, if my channel is meant to stay this small, that's fine with me. I also feel like if I already gain these many of you, like this many amounts of you doing things the way I'm doing them, then I have hope, and I want to think that I will find my audience eventually, and that I will find people who are interested, and maybe not all my videos, but are interested in coming back to watch that one type of content that they like from me. But I refuse to fall into this whole competition and algorithm and the niche and, you know, make sure you're only uploading this kind of content, because then YouTube won't promote you and this, I don't know. I just don't want to fall into that, and I don't care about that. Like I just don't want to be part of it. If I'm meant to be given an opportunity, that's great, but it's gonna be me being me 100%, being myself, not doing it a certain way because that's the way I just have to do them to make it happen. Like I'm gonna do this the way I want to do this, and it's gonna happen for us. I have hope that YouTube one day really just favors multiple types of content creators one day, and that they don't pretty much like push you or obligate you to stick to one type of content if you want to be successful on YouTube. I have hope that somehow they create the algorithm to also be in our favor and not just one type of content creator. I just don't want to open any more channels. I don't know. Little by little we keep growing, and that's just the way we're gonna do things, and that's okay. But you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. More to come, of course. Again, I'm back and I'll be doing crime stories again. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick to makeup and crime anymore. I don't know if I'm just gonna do crime stories without makeup. I feel like I have a couple of people complaining that I'm doing my makeup while I'm talking about something so serious and sensitive. Still thinking about it. Stick around, and I promise you I'll have more content to come. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.